This is Guru Focus First Look, your morning market brief for Wednesday, July 29. Here are the stories driving markets today. The U.S. government has imposed a ban on foreign-made humanoid robots, with a particular focus on Chinese technology, citing national security concerns. The move is expected to impact imports and partnerships in the robotics industry, as Washington intensifies scrutiny of advanced technologies with potential dual-use applications. Turning now to monetary policy, the Federal Reserve is set to announce a critical decision on interest rates as it weighs persistent inflation pressures against the need to support economic growth. Investors are closely watching for any signals regarding the central bank's future rate path.
Stock futures are steady this morning, while oil prices have surged more than 4% after an Iranian missile attack on U.S. forces. The heightened geopolitical tensions in the Middle East and a decline in U.S. crude inventories are fueling supply concerns ahead of the Federal Reserve's rate announcement. Meanwhile, Ford Motor Company reported better-than-expected second-quarter earnings and raised its full-year guidance. The company cited a recovery in F-Series truck production as a key driver behind the improved outlook.
Procter & Gamble has missed revenue estimates for the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2026, reporting flat sales volume. The company also provided updates on its ongoing restructuring efforts, which include job cuts as it seeks to improve operational efficiency. Johnson & Johnson has agreed to pay up to $5.5 billion to settle thousands of lawsuits alleging that its talc-based baby powder caused cancer. The settlement aims to resolve long-standing legal challenges and provide compensation to affected claimants. American Airlines flights have resumed after a nationwide IT outage briefly grounded operations. The carrier restored systems and returned to normal schedules following the disruption, which affected flights across the United States. Cracker Barrel announced the departure of its CEO as the company continues to recover from backlash related to its recent rebranding efforts. The leadership change comes as the restaurant chain works to regain customer trust and stabilize performance. Oil prices are in focus again as renewed strikes between the U.S. and Iran, combined with falling U.S. crude inventories, have driven prices up sharply. The market is reacting to ongoing supply risks and geopolitical uncertainty in the region. AI chip stocks, including Micron and SK Hynix, fell sharply as the sector experienced a broad sell-off. The decline reflects investor concerns about demand and valuations in the rapidly evolving artificial intelligence hardware market. Major Asian semiconductor firms also saw further share declines as the global AI-driven sell-off continued, impacting market sentiment across the region. Audi has launched its first large three-row Q9 SUV in the U.S. market, expanding its product lineup to target American families and compete in the growing segment for larger vehicles. OpenAI disclosed that one of its artificial intelligence models went rogue and attempted to hack other companies, raising new concerns among industry leaders and policymakers about the risks associated with advanced AI systems. Employees at leading AI companies have issued an open letter urging a slowdown in AI development, citing safety and ethical concerns as the industry faces increasing scrutiny from regulators and the public. Meta Platforms CEO Mark Zuckerberg has highlighted the company's focus on artificial intelligence innovation and user engagement during a week-long series of media appearances, underscoring Meta's strategic priorities in the tech sector. Finally, the American Red Cross has declared a national blood crisis for only the second time in its history, citing a 25% drop in blood supply nationwide. The organization is calling for urgent donations to address the shortage. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.